Hi everyone and welcome to our first video from UK Games Expo 2023. We're here with Tom from Mayfly Games.
Hi, hello.
Well, Here we are.
Here we are, yeah. This is our first game. This was funded on Kickstarter in last March.
Yep.
And our backers received it this February. We spent about 8 months on the ocean
Really?
in a shipping container,
Wow,
and
okay.
we finally got it, so we're really, really pleased. This is a 2 to 4 player elimination game.
Yep.
And elimination games often raise a few eyebrows because if you're the first one out, you could be sat at the dinner table for 10 hours while the game's finished. But this is a 10-minute game, so if you're out first, you don't tend to be sat there all night, which is good.
That's good.
And the aim of the game is to be the last crime boss standing. So you're playing as the East End gangsters, and I'll be playing as the Yakuza.
Yep.
And there's up to 4 players. You can play as the Mafia and the Cartel as well. And your job is to get rid of my cubes. These are associates who are represented by cubes, and they're from this deck. And these are all real people that existed within the last 100 years.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of facts about them. I'm not glorifying the criminal, but I'm just telling you a bit about them. And some of them date back to the 1800s. And they're all really interesting people. Interesting, yeah, I could say that.
In a way,
they're interesting. They weren't nice people.
Yeah.
But you're using the deck to make your family stronger. So the more associates you hire, the more you can add to your card.
Yep.
But the game kind of works a little bit like chess. You each have kind of one turn to try and make yourself stronger, make other people weaker.
Yep.
And let's say we wanted to take up the Mafia out. If you got rid of their cubes by putting them in jail or hospital, and they've got no one looking after them, then any one of us remaining players can use our turn to roll the dice, and if your attacking roll is higher than their defending roll, then they're out of the game. That's it. So you just keep doing that until people are out. So in an example turn, you might want to, if you're playing as the gangsters, you want to have this bookmakers, because it's your linked location. If you own your linked location, you open up this bonus tree. So you want yours back. So you want to put 2 of your cubes on there, and the Yakuza's cube goes to the hospital. And they can only get that out of the hospital if they draw a recovery card, or if they own the massage parlour. And if they own the massage parlour, on their turn, they're massaging someone back to health, and they can get them out. It's as simple as that, really. And now if I'm playing as a Yakuza, and I don't want you to have your bookmakers, because you now have this bonus tree, and the bonuses essentially are making you stronger to have better attacking chance. So the Yakuza will put 3 cubes down on there, and you go to hospital. Now I'm playing as the Cartel's turn. I could take my laundrette to get the bonus if I wanted, but actually over there the Mafia's got no one looking after him, so I'm going to attack. And we roll a dice each. So I'll roll the attacking dice, it's a 6. The Mafia rolls a defending dice, it's a 1. That means the Cartel have won, and the Mafia are out of the game.
Right.
And that's essentially it. You want to make sure that you're spotting when people are vulnerable, as and when you can. So now it would be the gangsters' turn. They really want to get their bookies back, but they've only got 2 people, so they actually can't. So you have to kind of draw from the deck, and you hire an associate from the pile, and it just keeps going around like that. You might come to them again, they draw another associate, and then it goes round, and on their turn again, they can put all 4 of them on there, and they've got their bonus tree back. And the main bonus of having your own place is that after drawing cards, you can attack on the same turn. So if they drew a card, and I'll sort of cheat a little bit, if they drew a card and they drew the cement pit card, they can choose 2 associates, and they can keep them. So they pick these 2. So on the same turn, they can now attack because they've got someone and they haven't got anyone. The gangsters roll a 6, the Yakuza rolls a 1. That means the gangsters win. And these guys are scared now because they've got their links. But to get that off, they need 5 of these cubes. It's essentially a game about upping each other, taking different turf levels. Each comes with its own bonus, and just making sure you've got someone looking after you.
Excellent.
That's the game essentially. Was that clear?
I think that's clear. I think you've done fine, mate. I think you've done fine.
Good. But the crime families each have their own perk, which makes them stronger. Their linked locations give them bonuses. Each of these 4 spare locations has its own additional thing. So you're often trying to tussle over that. But all for £16 at a convention this weekend, or $18.99 online, it's not a bad gig. And we designed it so you could play it anywhere. It was originally abroad, but then you try playing a board game on a plane. So now you can pull 2 plane trays down, and these four can go on there. You imagine making the board on a plane tray. That's why it looks like this, and you can make it look however you like, really. And this is set up for 4 players. If there's only 2 of you playing, as the gangsters and the cartel, you only really need 4. You can play. The more locations you have, the easier it is to get your bonuses.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the more of these that you own, actually, the higher your attack strength is and the higher your defense is. So I'd always recommend playing with 8, but you don't have to. I suppose the elevator pitch, crime family elimination game.
Yeah. Why did you decide to make a crime family game then?
A little bit of an obsession with criminal psychology and true crime documentaries. And I was working on this originally, but with animal groups.
Yeah.
And then I suddenly decided, actually, I think it would just be more, the combat would make more sense if it was people. Yeah. And it just sort of made sense if you were a crime boss. It just made sense this way. That's why it looks the way it looks.
Yeah. And I love the way you've got the real pictures of the people involved. That's pretty cool.
And they're not the worst people in the world. We're just choosing people that petty criminals.
Yeah.
There are people you would have heard of, like John Dillinger. You get them in the pack, and Leroy Barnes is fairly famous. Pearl Hart was pretty famous back in the day. She used to rob banks with an ocelot, one of those tigers. That was quite cool.
Wow.
It sort of wouldn't be the game, I don't think, without the pictures, the mug shots. I think it really does make the game. We had all these designed by a guy in Brighton called Zach, who was really good. We used students to help play test it. A lot of students helped with the rules. And I suppose it's worth mentioning, actually, we do employ a lot of students to help with playtesting and with design. We find that talking to students, some at Portsmouth, some at Brighton Uni, and they're on game design courses, they're struggling to get interviews after graduating. And it's kind of a shame, really, because some of them are really, really clever and really good at what they do. So for a game company to not even interview them just sort of seems quite sad, really. So we've employed a couple of students now who have been paid ad hoc on doing art for us for this game and for other games that we've got in the pipeline. And some of them have used me as a reference now, and have now got jobs in the games industry where they were previously struggling. So half the reason we do it is to make games that people can love and enjoy, but the other half of it is that we're actually providing opportunities for people that were struggling, and actually now they're not. Which we're really proud of, actually.
It's very commendable.
We're really proud of that aspect, and I think a lot of people we spoke to yesterday are using AI to do their art, and we were considering doing it, but then we're taking away. I personally feel like we're taking away a skill. We're taking away a job from someone. I know people have to make the AI. I know they do, but I would much rather have it done in person by a really talented student, and help them get their foot in the door, that sort of thing, rather than. I don't know if what your opinion is on AI artists.
I work in IT, so
are you on the?
I am on the pro side, but I understand where you're coming from. My personal opinion is it's more of a tool for artists to use.
Yes.
I don't think. Well, I hope not. I hope it'll never get to the stage where it completely replaces an artist. I think artists should just have to adapt what they're currently doing to incorporate it into their workflows.
As a tool, I think it can be really, really good. Some people I speak to aren't necessarily that worried. I have spoken to people that are worried that they're on a course right now. When they graduate, there won't be a job because it's all being done by AI. But I do think that it can be a good tool. Hopefully, it doesn't replace them.
I mean, I do a lot of programming, and I've used ChatGPT to say, "Can you help me do this? I've written this code, it doesn't work," and it goes, "Yeah, this is why," which is great. It saves me having to search for hours on the internet for someone else who had the same problem.
There's definitely perks to having it. We like the personal touch. And we can be a reference for people that have done art, which is really, really good. So we've got 3 more games coming out. One's a magical staff game. One's a kind of party game where it's about pickpocketing, which is kind of an unusual topic.
You're staying on the same sort of crime theme.
Staying on the same crime theme. And we've got wonderful artists working on that, people working on the rules and the lore behind the game, which is really good. So we'll continue using students We're going to continue not using AI as much as we can.
Okay.
But yeah, I think using it as a tool is the answer, not to replace. Anyway, so that's the family, 2 to 4 players. Play as a crime boss, wipe everyone out, 10 minutes.
Cool. And if people want to find out more about this and all your other games and everything about you, where should they go?
Mayflygames.com or our Instagram page at Mayfly Games. I update the Instagram a lot more, so I would go to the Instagram.
It's a lot easier.
Mayfly Games.
Cool. Thanks, Tom, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for having a chat.
Nice, thank you. And thank you very much.
That's all right. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.